All right, so I know what you guys must be thinking here. Wait, you're doing a movie review with high quality footage in your room? Yes, I'm recording this one on my phone because I was like, I wanted to record this on my phone, but at the same time, I'm really tired and I would like to really have the comfort of the information in front of my face while I record my review. So we're kind of merging the two worlds together here. But of course, I'm Daniel Strunk. Welcome back to QuickTime Reactions, and welcome to my review of Midwinter Break. This was directed by Polly Findlay. Findlay. I may be butchering that last name horribly there. And this was written by Bernard McLaberty. McLaberty. Yeah, there we go. I was like, I think I know how to pronounce this name. And Nick Payne. And this movie is based off of the book of the same name, written by Bernard McLaberty. This movie stars Leslie Manville, uh, Sierin. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his first name. Hins, Neam Cusack, as well as a couple of others in the cast. And this tells the story about an Irish couple who have been living out their lives ever since they left um, after a really bad incident that took place. And they've just been living out their lives and decide, they're going to take a nice little vacation. And they soon realize that this vacation has started to turn their already rocky relationship slash marriage into an even rockier one. So, will they be able to manage and survive? We'll have to wait and see. So, this one I really wanted to see because of the concept in this. The concept in this is what really, really sold me on this, was just the idea of, okay, there's some tension going on with this couple. You don't know exactly what, but you just know that there's some tension there, and that this vacation is going to exacerbate it somehow. And I want to first off just state, performance wise, the two leads, in fact, the two people that we mostly follow in this movie, Leslie Manville and Ciaran Hinds, are phenomenal in this movie. Absolutely phenomenal. They portray a couple that is on the fence, and then the couple that's like fighting, and couple that care. Like, they run the gambit of emotions, and I think they portray that to absolute perfection. um the cinematographer in this movie was Laurie Rose. And like, there's nothing too flashy with the cinematography. Like, it's a lot of simple shots, simple tracking shots, simple long shots, um, and it's just all around simple. But sometimes simple actually works out to be better. And in the case of the long shots in this, and even some of the tracking shots, I was pretty impressed because, how many times in movies today do you see like maybe 5 to maybe, I don't know, 10 cuts in the space of maybe, what, 2 minutes? Like, these ones hold for, like, I would say average, if we're doing 2 minutes as our determining factor. I say there was probably maybe 2 to 4 cuts in those 2 minutes, I would say. Like, just holding out on shots, absolutely awesome. And that also goes down to the editing as well. Lucia Zucchetti, I probably butchered that last name as well, and Stephen O'Connell did an absolutely amazing job with the edit in this movie. Hannah Peel did the music for this, and again, simple stuff. A couple of piano songs here and there. I think also there was maybe a bit of string in there, a little bit of orchestration. But other than that, it was, I think, mostly piano music. And even that conveyed the emotion that was going on in the scene absolutely perfectly. But I really want to praise this for the writing in this and the messaging. Like I already talked about earlier with our 2 leads' performances. Like, absolutely incredible. And that goes down to having really, really good writing. And that's based off of a really good source. Like, if this was good, I can only imagine how good the book is. But what I really appreciated was the messaging in this. Because our wife in this movie, Stella, is very much a religious person. And her husband, Jerry, is not so much. And they view a certain event that happened in their lives very differently. And how they view that kind of led them down 2 separate paths. I would say 2 parallel paths. Like they're on the same path, well, they're going to the same end destination. It's just that they're on a different track. And they think differently from one another. And, we get to the point where they take this trip to Amsterdam, and you start to understand why Stella wanted to come here. And it all comes down to, I think back to the line that Friedrich said in Nosferatu, where it's like, can't you see that there's a real plague happening while all of this like supernatural stuff is going on in the background and sometimes even in the foreground. Friedrich just sees the facts that are in front of his face. There's rats. Rats bring plague. That's it. That's the answer. And Jerry is very much of that same mindset about a certain event that happens in this movie. Whereas Stella sees it completely differently, sees it as something of, a divine calling or divine intervention, shall we say. Now, I'm not the most religious person. I don't go to church on Sundays, but I do believe that God has whatever plan he has for all his children on this planet. He has a plan for everybody. And the highs and the lows that you go through in life, that's just a part of the plan. And the way that I see it, it's like there's 2 roads that you can go down. When a challenge is brought forward to you, you either step up or you step down. You step up and take that challenge head on and plow through it and better yourself, or you sink down and you fall back, whether it be in job or life or hobby or whatever it is. you just fall back. And that's what I think happened to this couple, but more in a sense of like it happened over the course of decades. Like this was a long time coming. And then at the end of the movie, it just basically comes undone. And the final shot kind of gives you a semblance of hope, maybe that they might fix things, but I don't know. I honestly do not know. But I found this movie very impactful. I really loved the messaging in this, and there were a couple moments that I was almost brought to tears, but did not quite get there. But overall, I would say that Midwinter Break is a really, really powerful movie. Really good messaging, really good performances, especially from our two leads. Really good cinematography, a really good score, and overall, I had a pretty good time watching this. So, if you have some time, I believe this movie is like 90 minutes on the dot. So, it's not like you're going to be wasting like a lot of time in the day. So, I would definitely go and check this one out if you have the time. But those are just my thoughts on the movie. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie in the comments down below. But I think that is pretty much it for me on this one, guys. Be safe out there, and just remember, if you're struggling, don't worry. There will be a rise soon after, because I always live by the motto that there is always sunshine behind the clouds. I will catch you guys next time.